just got a new medium fighter on the PTU. This one is called Stingray. We're gonna have a quick look at it and do some combat just to test it out. So let's see what the ship is about. At the front here, we can find two weapons. These weapons, they are size 4 laser weapons. I believe repeaters, but we'll take a look in a minute. Once I store the ship, we also got some nice engines here, so that you can stop almost instantly, I guess. Lots of boost there. I'll have a look in a minute and get into the cockpit. First, let's have a look around. A little bit of an area. This is my first time looking at the ship, so if I miss a couple of things, then I'm sorry, but I'm having a quick look here with you. So we get a little storage rack there, pretty decent. The wings do fold, it seems like. They've got some missiles here on the wings. I guess the other side is exactly the same. Some markings, say Stingray. Have a look at the back here. I'll have a tour of how it looks. Once we're inside as well, we will be able to see a lot better. Don't see anything else at the bottom here. It does come with wheels for landing here, so maybe it can land and drive a bit. All of the engines at the back here looks pretty cool. Nice fin as well, or a tail. And up here, seems like there's some flaps that can rotate. Let's quickly get inside and then have a look on this side. Another rack, I guess. This is storage. Pretty nice. Let's get in. To get in, you basically look at this little ladder. It will come out. Nice little animation. And we jump in. Let's take a look at the cockpit before we look outside. Quite a long animation. I still can't control the ship. There we go. Now let's have a look around. I do have my Tobii eye tracker available. I can just take a look around. Currently it is at a discount if you want one. But very nice view. Very clear. You can see at the bottom. A little bit of a slip there. We can take a look at. Here we get a bunch of buttons. Let me just quickly turn off my head tracking so we can look around with the buttons. Doesn't pop up as easily. I guess exit, open canopy, so forth. For some reason I can't click anything. Maybe it just broke for some reason. But overall, pretty decent. Let's take a look outside here. I'm gonna go into the air. You can see if you spin around, the flaps will move. Let me raise my landing gear. It will come out like this. So very nice. Let's quickly give it a nice roll. Even more flaps that can move. 4 weapons. Has 6 weapons, I believe. So quite a bit. I believe the weapons on the side is size 2. So you get 4 size 2s and 2 size 4s. You can also get the button right here. And if you deploy it, you can go into a mode. This mode doesn't change anything, I believe. You just change the shape of your ship. A little bit more compact. Maybe you're better in atmosphere, who knows. But the flaps will move as well as you enter it. Gonna retract. And it changes again. You also remove the fin at the bottom. So pretty decent. Here's a button for open exterior. Everything opens, even the ladder. Now you can see all of the components. I'm gonna try and zoom in here. Here you can see is the weapons. So they're basically built into the ship. 2 size 2 weapons on the right. You can also get them on the left. Pretty good. Let's take a look at the back here. At the back is all of the components. It actually has a little shell that flips open. so that you can work on your engine. I believe the power plant is right in the middle of the ship, so you might get blown up quite easily if you just focus the middle. Quantum drive and coolers also in the middle, very middle focused. And then of course the shields is all the way at the back by the engines. I did replace the shields with military shields just so that I can have a good fight when I'm testing out the ship. I also did upgrade the stock components, all to military A grade. That's basically the inner workings of the ship. Let me quickly go store it and show you the guns. Here's the Stingray. Let me quickly go over some of the components. I did upgrade everything here to military A grade. You can see coolers, all A grade, quadracell or power plant, which is also A grade. And then the shields, FR66. So I maxed out this build here just for testing. Let's go over some of the weapons here for missiles. You get Tempest, size 2. I don't know if you can swap out the missile racks. It doesn't seem like it, but pretty good. Let's go down to the weapons. Here's the first weapon. We have 4 of these. They are size 2. You can swap out these with other weapons from Kruger. Here is the size 4 weapons. You can see they are repeaters. You can probably swap out these with the Wolf's ballistic weapons as well. And that's basically all of it. Just 6 weapons and a bunch of missiles. Pretty good. Let's go test this out in a combat situation. I'm just going to do a couple of ghillie missions. For our mission here, to test out the ship, I'm going to do combat gauntlets in area 5. It should spawn a bunch of ships. So let's go see what the Stingray can do. It's pretty dark, so I might use lamp here. The weapon is firing very weird. Let me just quickly gimbal it. Ungimbal it. Maybe it's lamp. Let's see. It is definitely lamp. I'm going to turn it off. It looks a little bit too weird for me. But lamp. It might be the flashing lights. But we're doing very good work with it. Let me turn lamp on again. It's definitely lamp. It looks a little bit weird to me, but it's fine. I'd rather have lamp on and see where I'm going than just sitting here not being able to see. So far pretty decent. We can outturn the freelancer very easy. Of course, after this, we're gonna have to fight the Vanguard and a bunch of smaller ships. So we'll see what we can do there. The ship doesn't have crazy shielding. It's just a medium fighter. So 2 shields, 2 size 1 I believe. The next wave is here. Gonna do the Saber first, just to get rid of it. It has a lot of ballistics, and I don't want to get missiled. And flying fix, you can go gimbaled. I'll do gimbaled in a minute here maybe, just to see how it feels. Now we have the Vanguard left, and the Freelancer. Let's go on the Vanguard. Hopefully we can still do damage to it. I'm gonna try and sit right on top of it. Get its shields down. Pretty easy to outturn. The ship is medium fighter, so not the most maneuverable, but it can still do damage and maneuver quite easily. Lots of firepower. I do enjoy the lasers quite a bit and how it sounds. It does look a little bit weird with the lamp. Let me turn it off again. Let's see how it looks. My nose is red because of the ballistics that's shot from the turret. But let's quickly finish off this thing here. This Freelancer does come with deadbolts. It has NDBs on the turret and deadbolts as main weapons. So maybe it caught me a little bit off guard. That's why my cockpit might be red. But we didn't explode, so I'm very happy. Let's see if we can finish this thing off. It's just a Freelancer, so nothing too crazy. Let me regenerate my weapons just a little bit here. It's already red. And there we go. Let's quickly take a look at the G's. I'm just going to boost forward here, holding W and shift. So 17.3 forward. Let's take a look at strafing up. So spacebar and shift. 10.3, going to the side. So I'm going to hold A and shift. 10.8. So the side-to-side G's is better than the upstrafe. Let's take a look at backstrafe as well. 5.6. We haven't had a medium fighter in quite a while. Overall, quite a good little ship. It is just a fighter, so not a lot of utility, but some very nice guns in the front and some smaller guns on the wings. Hope you enjoyed this first look. If you did, make sure to leave a like. A big thank you to all the YouTube members. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.